Hey everyone, welcome back to the Alberta Blue Collar Podcast. Okay, so we need to talk about, or I need to talk about, and you can listen or you can look on the video, and we're going to go through a few things. So I'm going to try and explain this if you're just listening to this on the audio. I have no idea why my camera was glitchy. So just to be patient, don't watch me on the little screen there. Just watch what I'm doing on the big screen. Sorry about that. And I don't know how they explain it on audio without showing the pictures, but anyway, you can listen or not, and I'm going to show you what I see in the markets. Okay, so I know this is not a blue collar thing, but it is a blue collar thing because a lot of us blue collar people have stocks in Canada and US. Okay, we've bought in stocks years ago, or we bought in stocks lately, or whatever. And if you use, say, Quest Trade, you can buy U.S. stocks, U.S. ETFs. You can buy currency. You can buy, Bitcoin or crypto, or you can buy anything you want on Quest Trade or whatever your platform you're using. So it does have to do with the normal person that lives in Alberta. Okay. So, but I wanted to dive into a few things. If you guys haven't heard about what happens what happened in the markets in the last few days, and I want to clarify a few things. If there's rumors out there that we're in a big crash, well, we're not. Okay. Let's get rid of this. So we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. So let's go to here first. Now, this is CNBC. Now they're a pretty good channel for information that is straightforward, right? They just don't bullshit about a whole bunch of stuff. They get into it, they get out of it. I find that CNBC is a pretty good thing. CBC is not too bad, but this is right from the horse's mouth, right? So you get into the Dow Jones, the S&P, the NASDAQ. And if you own stock in these exchanges or indices, then like I said, I say this to all my folks that ask me about any kind of trading or whatever. And I've got an older fella. He's almost 90. He trades. He's not a day trader, but he's a long-term trader. And he says, Cam, all you need to do is have patience. And he says one day, it was a couple of years ago, he says, I made $300,000 this year or today. Going, what? Yeah, just have to got to be patient. But so it's all about patience. And I'm going to show you on the charts on a few things that we'll get into. Anyway, okay, so I know, like you can see here, the Dow Jones dropped 2,200 points, 5.5%. The S&P, almost 6%. The NASDAQ, almost 6%. It's a drop, but it's not a crash, right? I mean, I'm going to show you on the charts. Okay, let's go there. All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so this is the SPY, which is the S&P 500. If you look back, this is 2009, the crash of 2009. Now that they say was a crash, right? Like that went down that far. Okay, so if you took that and drew a line from there to there, right? You take that up to wherever you go. Okay, so now let's see. We'll take this up to here. Okay, so now let's get rid of that. Bye. Get rid of that. Bye. Now, if you take that and you put this in perspective, now there's a crash, right? Okay, so now if that does crash, you've got a ton of support right here. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of buyers sitting right on this line that can make this thing bounce back, and so on and so forth. And so the stock market is not really in a crash right now. Yes, I understand it's probably in a little bit of a you know, a panic buy off or sell off. Like this is COVID right here. This is even actually bigger in 2022 into 2023, right? You take that, and that's even more of a. I'm not sure what that was all about. That was after COVID, so it's only last year. So yeah, it was. I don't know, up and down, more consistent though, eh? Um, if you take that and so there was a lot of bullish and bearish pressure, right? So if you look at that, you take that across, so you can see how much bullish and bearish pressure there is in that scenario, right? So it was like it's like a UFC fight: punch, ouch, punch, ouch, punch, ouch. So it's like a yeah. It's just everybody. It looks like everybody was fighting in that one. Not just a panic buy off like COVID or now, or back in 2009, which is right here. Okay, so that was a crash of 2008, 2009. Now that's what I call a crash. Okay, I mean, look at that thing; it was huge, right? So you get down here like this, and you take that and move it up, and let's move that up, and we'll just make sure you guys understand this where we're at. See, now there you go. There's COVID right there. So if you take that, but you take that cross, like look at that. That crash in COVID was bigger than the crash in 2008, 2009, right? So now you take that up, you put that in here between 2020, middle of 2021 to 2022, or even 22 to 23, somewhere in there. That whole year, that crash in that year was bigger than the crash in 08, 09. Okay, so now you take that and you bring this down or bring that up. Now that crash is almost in 2008, 2009 was similar to the one that's right now, but not caused by economy. It's called by panic, right? That's a panic buy off. That's all it is right now. So I mean, you can go to any of these charts; they look almost the same, and yeah, it just don't get excited. There's a TSX right there. That's a Canadian exchange. So we had a panic buy off or sell off right here. Hit this support right here, and this is where it's kind of got to stay. It might jump down to here and come across, and it's going to find support right there too. So there's lots of things that can happen. NASDAQ, same thing, come down, hit the support, and it's it's going to stay here for a bit. We'll see what happens on Monday. All right, the Dow, same thing, big buy, big sell off. Bitcoin, this is kind of cool. Now Bitcoin, to me, investors and sellers in Bitcoin are just sitting around, right? They're just sitting around going, what's going to happen? Oh, today, better sell a little bit. No, we're not doing anything. So right now they're just sitting, right? This exchange never shuts down. It's always running 24/7 on a cryptocurrencies, right? But you can see that investors are very hesitant on what to do right now with Bitcoin. You see this candle right here? They're stagnant. I mean, it is the weekend, but yeah. All right, yeah, the CAD and USD. Okay, so yeah, our dollars kind of goes up and down. Like this is what is this? This is a 5-year. What's the 1 day? Okay, there's the 1 day. That was on a big 1 day week candle. So we're just gonna pull this up, and I'm gonna show you guys, the Canadian dollar, what it's doing. And we had a good run, a couple days ago when the tariff thing came out and all that, right? The U.S. dollar took a hit, and now it's basically come back. U.S. dollar or Canadian dollars kind of back down to where it was. Now we're hitting some resistance right here, though. This is kind of nice for us, actually, as a Canadian. So there's resistance right there. Okay, you can see that in the chart. Okay, right here, the resistance comes, take that across, and you got resistance all in here. Okay, so hopefully there's enough sellers right here that's going to bring that back down for us. Okay, for the Canadian dollar. I guess we'll see. We want this to go down. We don't want this to go up. We want it to go down. Okay, we want it to come down. Well, I like to see it down in the 30s down here somewhere. You know, even below this right here, this big old support right here. That'd be great. Okay, there's the DAX. All right, same thing. You know, big. That's okay. Now we're going to sell off a little bit, and there they go, right? But anyway, all that I'm saying in this podcast episode is don't panic. You know, we'll see what happens in a year from now, 6 months from now, that type of thing, right? You got gold. I mean, gold is, you know, there's a 5 year? Let's go to a day. Now you see the day candle. You see a big gap in here. Where are we at? Day, that's a 1 minute. No, we got to go here. Here we go. Okay, so this is what happened in gold. Okay, so everybody's doing a kind of panic sell off in the DAX, in the SPY, in the TSX, whatever, and they're pulling out into security, which is precious metals. So they you know, they're putting their money into gold, and then all of a sudden you get yesterday or day before they start kind of selling off, and don't know where they went from there. Maybe they went into bonds or who knows, right? Or sell off into cash. I don't know. But you can see that gold has dramatically gone up and made record highs in the last, you know, since mid-January. It started going up, right? And I don't know. There's people out there that know something that we don't know. You know, nickel. You've got nickel that took a big hit on Friday, and but stabilized. You know, so it is hitting a support down here. Silver, same thing. Big hit for silver. I don't know what happened there, but I guess nobody wanted to be in silver, so they sold that off. I mean, look at that jump right from 33, 34 down to 29. Lowest they got was almost 29. So, you know, that's 4 cents, 5 cents, or $5 an ounce. Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted. Didn't want to take much of your time, and you guys have a good day and whatever have you. I've got some more episodes coming up here right away, and but just wanted to clarify. Don't panic. Patience. Patience is a virtue. All right. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.